Welcome to ProjectME, the podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, the founder of ProjectME, multimillionaire entrepreneur, former TV newscaster, money-making expert, female empowerment speaker, and self-proclaimed office supply addict. My mission is to take the mystery out of making big money. Every week on ProjectME, the podcast, I'll share success tips, strategies, and stories from other entrepreneurs, experts, and millionaires, showing you exactly how you can achieve your most exceptional life. Now let's get to it. Exciting announcement for all of my listeners. I've officially opened my exclusive group, the ProjectME Passive Income Posse, to the public. This group is by application only, so we can keep the group high vibe and spend our time, energy, and expertise only helping those of you who truly want massive success and impact. You get live weekly trainings from me, special guest coaches, and direct access to me and my business partner for all of your questions. To learn more and apply, go to projectmewithtiffany.com, click on Work With Me, and select ProjectME Posse. And of course, any questions, feel free to DM me at ProjectME with Tiffany. Welcome to the podcast and posse, ProjectME with Tiffany Carter. I'm your host, Tiffany, and today we're going to help you get your damn mojo back. Now, maybe you haven't lost it, or you haven't lost it yet, or you've already regained it, but I can guarantee that at some point in the near future, you're going to lose that business mojo, because that's just how it works. For some reason, a lot of entrepreneurs out there, especially in the online space, aren't sharing that. It's like, hello, you are not supposed to be super motivated, like ready, geared up, ready to go, excited, super happy about your business all the time, and you jump out of bed in the morning. Lies, 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 lies. That is not realistic. That's not possible. That's like saying, for those of you who are in long-term relationships or are married, that you are super head over heels, like all the butterflies for your significant other at all times, every single day. So we know that's not realistic. So why would that be realistic for your business? So the first thing is, let yourself off the hook. That doesn't mean that you're not cut out to do the business you're doing. That doesn't mean you're destined to fail. That doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It just means you've lost your mojo, and we just got to get it back. And I don't want you to push yourselves into getting it back. So that's similar, using this analogy, because you listen to the show long enough, you know I'm all about teaching with analogies. Sometimes they go really sideways, but that's fine. So for using the analogy with relationships, right? You can't force yourself to be in love with someone. You can't force yourself to be attracted to them. Sometimes you just got to ride the damn wave. If you know at one point you were attracted to them, and it's not like, you know, they've done something horrific, and you know at one point you were in love with them, and again, they've not done something like abusive or horrific. It's just, you know, a matter of time, complacency, etc., or that they're just, you know, kind of irritating, right? We're all irritating in some way. You ride that wave because you know it's going to come back around again. You're going to get those good feelings and good vibes again. If you never really had them in the first place and you were forcing it to begin with, whether it's a relationship, a business, a lover, whatever the hell it is, yeah, I can give you the cliff notes on that. It's not going to come back because it was never there. So I do want you to look at that, to be honest with yourself. If you've lost your mojo and it's not about like riding the wave and it's not come back again, and you've been in this like part where you're not into it, you're not motivated, you're not inspired, there's not even a liking part of some of the stuff you're doing, and it's gone on for some time, like I would say past 2 weeks, and you don't have something else going on in your life, like a health situation or depression or something like that, you need to really ask yourself the question, was I ever really super psyched and jazzed about my business, or in fact, this person, right, to begin with. You got to take a hard look at that, because if you never were, sometimes the newness of something can be really exciting, even if you're not aligned to be doing that thing or to be with that person. It's just the newness, excitement can mask the fact you're really like kind of forcing it and not into it. And I've seen this happen with people who job jump, or they go from one network marketing company to the next, or they promote like one affiliate product, or they have like tons of different courses or different offers. Like, oh, well, maybe I'm not into doing group coaching, so now I'll have a mastermind. Maybe I'm not into a mastermind. Now I'll do courses. Maybe I need to write a book, right? Well, maybe you need to slow the F down and take a really hard look and go back to the beginning and see, were you really psyched about this to begin with? Or were you doing what you saw your friends doing online and they seemed happy, or what you thought you should be doing? Or did you end up creating a business around something that you thought would make money more easily versus what you truly want to do? I see this a lot when people end up applying to work with me. And I say end up because usually people don't end up applying to work with me unless they're high-level entrepreneurs. They come to me after the shit's not working. They've tried it all. It's hard as hell. They don't know what's going on. They're overwhelmed. It's not clicking. They know that they do want to have a business. They do want to have that freedom. They do want to have multiple streams of income. But something's not right here, and they've had it, and they're sick of themselves and sick of everything. And I can tell that by, looking at the applications. And that's actually a good thing when you get to that point, because that means you are motivated and you are most likely ready and willing to do something drastically different. And that's truly the only way I can help you, and the only way you can really help yourself. But it's interesting. I find a lot of times people have created businesses around, maybe there's part of it they like, maybe it's like the ideal client they're helping, but they've gone after some kind of like, I'm going to teach you about social media, or how to get clients on Instagram, right? And they really want to help. Young moms be able to make more side income utilizing Instagram. So maybe they're in love with the ideal client and the person they want to help, but they went after it with something they're not really jazzed about helping them with. It's just seemed like the easy thing to get people to hire them. Does that make sense, you guys? I hope it does. And I'm not saying any of you guys who are doing this, or any of my clients who've come to me who are doing this, are out of integrity. You mean well, but why in the hell would you know how to put together a business when you've not done it before? Or maybe you've done it before, but in a totally different specialty, or not in the online space. Like, you don't know what you don't know, and you're kind of just grabbing at straws. I think it's grasping at straws. And where the hell did that saying come from anyway? Like, grasping at straws. Like, do you guys grasp a straw? I don't get it. Someone needs to take a screenshot right now. Share this on Instagram. Tag me and tell me what in the hell. Let's share what in the hell grasping, grabbing at straws. What does that mean? I don't get it. And who lives in a state, by the way, where plastic straws have been banned, and all you get are these cardboard straws that you take like 2 sips out of a drink, and it becomes like so soggy that it starts disintegrating in your mouth? I'm all about saving the environment, but here's my issue is I like kind of chewing on a straw, or like keeping the straw in my mouth while I'm driving and sucking down my nasty ass celery juice. But I can't do that if you don't give me some kind of material that doesn't disintegrate in my mouth, and it's disgusting. So someone needs to invent something different, and I don't have it in me. So one of you needs to do it. Okay, we're back. How to do a rant. Okay. So yes, really ask yourself that question. Am I truly feeling great about who I'm helping? Maybe your answer is yes. Maybe it's not. And am I feeling really great and excited and lit up about what I'm helping them with and in the way that I'm doing it? So you're going to probably have to rewind to get those questions again, but I really want you guys to write this stuff down. If you're more of like a walker thinker, like I am, like I pace around and that's how I think sometimes, you can just repeat these questions to yourself or like look at it on a piece of paper and then kind of go for a walk and almost like you're almost in a sense like brainstorming, meditating on it. I want you to really get real with yourselves about it because a lot of times that's what the issue is. And you've lost your mojo because it really was never there to begin with. So for the rest of you who are like, no, Tiffany, I know this is what I'm meant to be doing. I'm super excited about it. I'm just so frustrated because, you know, I've had some success and I can't seem to get to the next level, or I don't even know where to start. I mean, you guys listening are at all different levels and you can feel stuck, by the way, and overwhelmed and lose your mojo regardless of how much money you're making and how much you have in the bank. Trust me, my mojo is starting to come back now, but I lost my mojo there for, I don't know, a solid week. And I was really aware of it, which is part of why I made it into a podcast episode. That's like a fun pro tip. Use the stuff that you are going through for content. Because if you're going through it, the likelihood that your ideal client and your audience is going through it as well is pretty freaking high because like attracts like. We don't need to overthink stuff. If you guys saw what I was looking at outside my window right now, I don't even know what you guys would say. There is a giant man with the largest sombrero I've ever seen. He must be like the fill-in pool guy. And it was just really random because I can see my pool from where I'm sitting in my podcast studio. And I just started slowly seeing a sombrero like bouncing around in the bottom corner of the window. And I'm like, am I hallucinating? Did I have too much caffeine? What's happening? Okay. That was rather entertaining. I wish you guys could see some of the stuff that goes on while I'm podcasting that I just have to go, okay, we're moving on now. When you've lost that lovin' feeling, and I lost it, like I said, it's been about a week. Now, I know mine is not just coming from work. I can sometimes this time of year during holidays, I can get almost like a seasonal depression. As I've shared before in other episodes, I actually take medication for depression. And I do a lot of things to manage that depression that kind of like lays dormant inside me. But this time of year can bring up a lot of stuff for me. And on top of it, you know, I live in LA, which is pretty much guaranteed it's going to be sunny every day. Well, we've had now probably a solid week where it's been raining and gloomy. And I know a lot of you are rolling your eyes right now, especially my listeners in the UK. They're like, come to England and you'll see how it really is. Yes, I've visited there many times. It's never been sunny. I'm not saying it to like say, oh, Los Angeles problems. I live here on purpose because me living somewhere gloomy brings my vibe down. So that's also affected my mood. So there's some other things going on too, but it's made me be like, oh, I have so much stuff to do. It's my busiest time of year. I have all this stuff going on. I have a course, my first course under this brand that's launching in January 2020. And there are a lot of moving parts to put out a big state-of-the-art course like this. And it just seems like a lot. And all I really want to do is sit with my blankie and maybe not suck my thumb, but like eat Ben & Jerry's ice cream, in particular Chunky Monkey, and pick out all the bits from inside of it and tell myself the lie that I'm not really eating that much ice cream because I'm really only picking out like the chunks of fudge and the walnuts. Has anyone else ever told themselves this lie? I have a feeling some of you guys do this with cookie dough. I need to know if I'm the only one. I don't think I am. If I am, I'll own it. Again, take a screenshot, tag me, let me know. Do you pick out the bits of your ice cream and then tell yourself, well, I've really not had that much ice cream. I just ate the cookie dough out of it, or the walnuts out of it, or the fudge chunks out of it, or the peanut butter cups out of it. I know I'm in a very weird mood today, you guys can see, but hopefully it's making you laugh, which gets me to how to get that mojo back when you know that you are doing, you are serving the clients you want to serve. You are serving them in the way you want to serve. You're just overwhelmed. It's a lot of tasks. You have a lot going on. Maybe you're not sleeping well. Maybe you're like over everybody. You guys, this is part of it. It's normal. And here's some things that I do. Laughter. You guys know I use humor to teach you guys, to inspire you guys, to empower you guys. And just for straight up fun, we need to laugh. Laughter is such an amazing vibe raiser. Laugh. Go find YouTube videos and type in like, I don't know, shit that makes you laugh, like funny stuff. You can even put in funny shit and I bet stuff will come up. Or look at, I love looking at like Virgo memes even on Instagram, because it's, it's kind of poking fun at myself, but they are pretty funny, so look up your sign, put in memes, stuff that can make you laugh, a funny movie. This stuff really, really helps me. I like doing that. The other thing is, likely your amount of output is out of balance with your amount of input. What I mean by that is usually when we've lost the mojo, we've been overgiving. We've been doing too much for everyone else, our clients, our business, our kids, our fur babies. We've been putting out, and not receiving enough. And that really can lead to just those low vibe states, fatigue, like overwhelm. It's not good. So it's a really good indicator that you need to receive. So here are some ways like I receive. And output, by the way, also includes all the content you guys put out there. That's a lot of time and energy. Okay. And the content monster is no joke. I need you to receive. So something I did this summer, which really helped, and I continue this practice, is I am either downloading on my Kindle or buying books that are not even personal development. They're true fiction. So, you know how they have like juicy beach reads and stuff like that, or if you're into sci-fi, something like that. Sometimes I can do autobiographies too. I love a good autobiography. So if you guys have suggestions, DM them to me, because I'm actually down. I'm down for a good autobiography right now. Someone told me, Tracy O'Malley actually, she told me that Demi Moore's book is fantastic. I'm not sure if it's an autobiography though. So I will read something that is not personal development or business. It's almost like an escape read, an escape into someone else's life, autobiography, an escape into like a juicy romance story, some crazy story, something like that. That's really good. Okay. It's you're pouring back into yourself and you're not working your brain too hard, doing mindset exercises and, business planning and things like that. The other thing I do is I make a pact with myself on things that I can do every week. Now, I don't overdo it because then that can add more stress. But I'll say, okay, I'm going to at least do one thing every single day where I'm receiving to myself. So maybe it's a bath. And even if you're short on time, you can take a 15-minute detox bath. You can take a steam shower. If you don't have a steam shower in your house, which I understand most people don't, you can create your own like steam shower or do a face steam with like the old school way with the towel over your head and the sink. That can be something that feels really good, really cleansing. Cooking. I hate cooking, but I know a lot of you find cooking or baking very therapeutic. The other thing for receiving is creativity. Creativity is key in managing and growing your own brand, especially a personal brand or a brand that you're tied to. And color. I've gotten really into hand embroidery. It's very relaxing to me. I like picking out patterns. I like looking at different, pictures of things that people have created on Pinterest. But it can be coloring. I also make my own stickers. I know I'm 12. We all know I am, but it's like full inner child love here. I got a sticker maker at Michael's Crafts and I make my own stickers. I build Legos. So do something that's like creative, playful, childlike. There's all these free classes at these different craft stores. No matter what country you're in, you have some kind of a craft chain store, and the classes are either free or they're cheap. Like $5, $10 for the materials, where you can go make your own ornament. It's something that if you want to do it with your kids or make a date night, you can go do those paint and wine nights. You can go by yourself or you can go with someone, but do some kind of creativity that's not creativity linked to your business. And then the last thing I would say that really works for me, but I'm very aware not everyone has the luxury yet to do this is part of why I'm so passionate about travel. I call it a relocation reset. Now, before I had any money, I did this without traveling anywhere. Maybe I would drive somewhere for the day and go walk around like a cute little town that was like an hour and a half to 3 hours away and have a relocation reset where the vibe is totally different. You could drive to the beach if you're near a beach. I go to, I like planning like a fun, like winter wonderland trip this time of year. And even if, I didn't have time this year for some like 2-week long or 10-day trip, even a 4-day trip, a 3-day trip, hell, a overnight trip, you're doing a relocation reset where you're out of your familiar surroundings. And it's amazing what happens, that it just inspires creativity. You're receiving different intel from your environment, looking around, different foods, different smells, different scenery. This highly works for me. So if you're like, Tiffany, I don't even have time for a road trip, girl, and I don't even have the gas money, and you're crazy. Okay, well, I get it. I've been there. Then I want you to go hit up a different coffee shop that you've never been to, or go try a restaurant in your area that you've never been to, or go browse a shop. You don't have to buy anything. Go browse like a store that you've never been to. They have all these really cool consignment stores out here. And I don't necessarily buy anything, but it's kind of cool to see other people's like high-end nice stuff that they're selling and just look around. Go somewhere you've not been before is the key, even if it is like 1 mile from your house, and just take time to browse and absorb it. And here's another thing. If you're like, I live in the middle of nowhere, and yes, I know who those of you are. I have one of my favorite listeners often listens on her tractor in the middle of a field in Iowa. Thank you. So for her to go somewhere, it is a very long distance. Like even to get a coffee is 20 minutes and there's only one choice. So then maybe try a different drink, right? Maybe there is only like the same old places in your area. Then maybe try something different, or make something different. Bake something different at your house. The bottom line is do something different and you'll end up with different vibes, different ideas, different feelings. These are all the things that I do to help me bring my mojo back. And it works every time. Now, not any one particular like works over another. I just try the different things until something works. But then most of all, I give myself the patience and the space that it's not going to come back in a day. You've got to let go of when it comes back. It will come back. Again, if you are aligned with something you want to do, it will come back, but you've just got to ride that wave and not try to force it. The more you try to force yourself to get into a mood that you're not, the more that you are going to stay stuck in that state that you don't want to be in. It's just how it is. So you've got to let go of it. Give yourself grace, give yourself space. You're truly doing the best you can at any given time, and that's all we can do. If you love this episode, please share it on social media. Take a screenshot, tag me at ProjectME with Tiffany. Also, I have something special that my team and I created for you, and it is a free quiz to determine what is blocking you from making the money that you deserve and you desire. Just head over to ProjectMeWithTiffany.com. You'll see it right at the top of the page, free quiz. I would love to know what you guys get. We spent a lot of time on this, so it's not like some basic thing. It actually, not one person has said to me yet that it's not accurate. So go take it. Again, it's at ProjectMeWithTiffany.com, right at the top of the screen, free quiz. It works great on mobile and on your desktop. Take it. Tell me what you get. I would love, love, love to hear. And I will talk to you guys all soon. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. See you later. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.